of time to February 1, 2013 to complete the work contemplated on the permit. And whereas second, and whereas third, and whereas fourth, and whereas fifth, and whereas sixth, and whereas seventh, and whereas eighth, and whereas ninth, and whereas 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Okay, no. Whereas on June 17, 2025, the planning board granted the applicant a 24th extension of time to August 1 of 2026, this year. And whereas by letter dated May 18, 2026, the applicant has requested an additional extension of time to complete the work authorized in the permit. And whereas permit renewals are type 2 actions in SECRA. And I lost my place. I got to start over. No. And whereas by letter dated June 15, 2023, the applicant provided a confirmation that the cost estimates for the reforms bond were still valid and the Department of Health approval has been extended through September 19, 2025. And whereas the planning board engineer has determined that the cost estimates from 2023 are valid through the requested extension period, and whereas the planning board has considered the particular circumstances of the applicant which warrant an extension thereof. Now therefore be it resolved, the planning board hereby grants the applicant a 25th extension. See, and you all are like, why does he read everything? 25th extension of time to August 1, 2027 to complete the work contemplated under the erosion sediment control permit as shown on the approved plan entitled Dover Estates, Town of Dover, Sheets 1-14, dated 10/21/04. Last revised 6/11, prepared by Northern Westchester Civil Engineering, PC, subject to satisfaction of the conditions set forth in the resolution adopted by the board on August 1, 2011. Subject to the following conditions. 1, within 30 days of this resolution, confirmation that all fees and escrow have been paid. Failure to satisfy the condition will automatically void this extension. 2, within 30 days of this resolution, the confirmation that the required performance guarantee, $16,405, will remain in full force and effect until at least August 1, 2027. Failure to satisfy this condition will automatically void this extension. 3, within 30 days of this resolution, confirmation that the Dutchess County Department of Health approval has been extended and is in effect. Be it further resolved that before the authorized official may issue a certificate of compliance, the planning board engineer shall provide the authorized official with a written statement indicating that all work authorized under the permit has been completed in accordance with the approved permit. This resolution is being offered by Member Villano, seconded by Member LaRobediere. Discussion. Seeing no discussion. Resolution granting extension of erosion sediment control permit approval, Dover Estates subdivision. Secretary, please call the roll.
Member Williams?
Aye.
Member Villano?
Aye.
Member Palmer?
Aye.
Member LaRobediere?
Aye.
Chairman Courtine?
Aye. Resolution is adopted 5-0 with 1 absence. Next on the agenda is Rusciano, erosion sediment control. Okay, resolution granting extension of erosion sediment control permit approval, Rusciano erosion sediment control permit for 236 and 246 Cricket Hill Road. How you doing? Good? Are you?
Well, this is the material from
Right.
Dover Estates that, we wanted to do some grading on this property. And,
One kind of goes with the other.
yes, nothing's changed in the last 25.
Presumably when one starts, the other will start and then.
Correct.
Okay. Engineer Berger, Minor Werner, Attorney Belladaro.
No comments.
Okay. They both say no comments. Attorney Belladaro?
Comments.
No comments. Members of the Planning Board, comments, questions? Nope. Okay. Resolution granting extension of erosion sediment control permit approval, Rusciano erosion sediment control permit For again, this is, just to be clear, 236 and 246 Cricket Road. Whereas on February 1, 2010, the planning board granted the applicant, Peter Rusciano, an erosion sediment control permit for disturbance as shown on the plan entitled Proposed Fill Plan Rusciano Property, prepared by John Mayer Consulting PC, dated 7/7/2009, last revised 1/6/2010, to expire on February 2, 2011, subject to several conditions, including submission of a performance guarantee in the amount of $3,000. And whereas on October 4, 2010, the planning board granted the applicant a 6-month extension of time to August 2nd, 2011 to complete the work contemplated on the permit. And whereas second, whereas third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Wait, okay. And whereas on June 16, 2025, the planning board granted the applicant a 27th extension of time to August 2nd, 2026, which is this year, to complete the work contemplated under the permit. And whereas by letter dated May 18, 2026, the applicant has requested an additional extension of time to complete the work, and whereas pursuant to section 65-8K of the code, planning board may grant an extension of time to complete the work contemplated under an erosion sediment control permit if, in its discretion, the planning board finds that such extension is warranted, and whereas permit renewals are type 2 actions under SECRA. And whereas by letter dated June 15, 2023, the applicant provided confirmation that the cost estimates for the Rusciano performance bond were still valid, and whereas the planning board engineer has determined that the bond estimates provided in 2023 are valid through the required extension period, and whereas the planning board has considered the particular circumstances of the applicant which warrant an extension thereof. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the planning board hereby grants the applicant a 1-year extension of time to August 2nd, 2027, to complete the work contemplated under the erosion sediment control permit as shown on the approved plan entitled Proposed Fill Plan Rusciano Property, prepared by John Mayer Consulting PC, dated 7/7/2009, as last revised, subject to the following conditions. 1, within 30 days of this resolution, confirmation of all fees and escrow have been paid. Failure to satisfy this condition will automatically void this extension. 2, within 30 days of this resolution, confirmation that the required performance guarantee, $3,000, will remain in full force and effect until at least August 2nd, 2027. Failure to satisfy this condition will automatically void this extension. Be it further resolved that before the authorized official may issue a certificate of compliance, the planning board engineer shall provide the authorized official with a written statement indicating that all work authorized in the permit has been completed in accordance with the approved permit. This resolution is being offered by Member Villano, seconded by
Second.
Member Palmer. Discussion?
None here.
Okay. Seeing no discussion, resolution granting extension of erosion sediment control permit approval, Rusciano erosion and sediment control permit. Again, this is for 236, 246 Cricket Road. Secretary, please call the roll.
Member Williams.
Aye.
Member Villano.
Aye.
Member Palmer.
Aye.
That's what,
Member LaRobidier.
not the dais. Keep going.
Chairman Courtine.
Aye. Resolution is adopted 4-0 with 2 absences.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck. Another over here stood up and walked out.
Oh.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you.
Have a good night.
See
Thank
you next year. Hopefully not. Get to work. All right. Next. Anybody interested? Belgium scored. So.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Discussion update of Town of Dover zoning, Chapter 145. let's see, proposed zoning. So the proposed zoning map
The map hasn't changed
hasn't changed.
since the last edition.
Because the map changes were approved in, when?
That was the map that was presented
Like in 24?
22.
22?
With the comp plan.
Oh, 22, okay.
And then again in January,
So no changes. Right.
not to the zoning map.
All right. All right, and then there is a revised Chapter 145 zoning. It is 123 pages, and I will read it aloud now. No.
No, you're not.
All right, Secretary McMillan, so the town board is looking to adopt this when? They have a meeting at the end of July, they have a meeting at the end of August.
I believe the way it looks that they're going to have a public hearing on it at the end of August, and it'll probably be adopted in hopefully in September.
Okay,
So any comments
yeah,
that this board may have should either come to the town clerk or myself, and we'll
right,
give it to the board.
yeah. Yeah, and, you know, if the planning board wishes to send something formally along, we could do that in
You
a
could
meeting
do
in
that
August.
also.
That'll be sufficient time, you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I believe when I spoke to Supervisor Yino, he said he was going to open for comments written comments till August 15th. And then the public hearing would be the end of August, so everything would compile.
okay,
That can change.
sure.
But if anyone wants a hard copy, either contact me or Nicole,
Bring a ream of paper.
get it for you.
Is there one thing that's going to be important for this board? Is there a provision either in the local law that adopts this or this chapter that talks about what happens to projects that are in progress? Is there some kind of grandfathering clause that allow?
Usually there is, yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, there's a number of projects in progress. I know one thing that was discussed at one point was getting rid of having 20-something extensions.
Yeah, that's gonna be under the erosion and sediment control when we hit that.
Right. So whether Mr. Rusciano will get grandfathered, I guess he would.
That, I don't think so.
Well, it's not up to you or I, but whatever the law says, I guess, but, okay.
That's gotta be one of the major discussions with us when we do erosion and sediment contrul.
But
He's
even
gonna be
that
grandfathered the way
it could
this is
change
going.
significantly the variances that he needs,
Sure.
minimum. How extensive are these changes?
Most of the changes are under the use table. If you notice that the use table, it was like 1 page long, now it's
Really
almost
expanded.
like 2 pages long.
Are the changes highlighted or?
No, they did not highlight them. I know Dutchess County has already received it, and they've asked for a red line version, and I did ask Richie Renia if we could get a copy of that, and if I get that, I'll let you know.
It'd be nice to see what the changes are that we're trying to.
The major changes are under where would be the planned community. Yeah. Food trucks, short-term rental. There's a whole section that they're all one right after the other, and I think that's one of the major changes.
Some other changes are,
Like,
Like,
you
there's-
can see residential uses, multifamily dwelling is there, but you can't, no more conversion to multifamily.
right. There are a few things that the
In
town
other-
board had reserved for itself. It looks like the only thing remaining was soil mining.
And I think what's happened over the last, I know for me, the last 5 years is every time someone goes to the building department, we have to figure out whether it's a service business or a
Right.
retail business not listed elsewhere, and that lot listed elsewhere list gets longer and longer every year. So a lot of that's been added, like art gallery, pub, commercial lodge, commercial wood processing is a new.
Yeah, I'm just saying relevant to the, let me go back. One of the things that'd be relevant to the planning board is that come on. So, right now, under the use table, designates a use permitted by special permit issued by the town board would be adult entertainment, communication tower, junkyard, soil mining, and those first three, not soil mining, would go to the planning board. Not that it comes up often or at all, but it just, those three, adult entertainment, communication tower, and junkyard would come to the planning board, not the town board. I haven't had a chance to really read through it fully. I know there's also a provision that, anything that's like not expressly permitted but not expressly denied is a special permit of the town board. I don't know if that's still in there like that anymore. Or,
No,
okay.
very few.
Yeah. So, it's something certainly to read through because it's, something that the town and the planning board specifically are going to have to live with for the next 5 years, 20 years, whatever it is.
I have a feeling that this committee is going to be ongoing
Mhm.
for a very long time.
Yeah. No, it'd be good to make,
Yeah.
adjustments as
Oh,
things
yeah.
come up, like what happened with solar, solar law and other things. So,
And
Okay.
we've also said if any member of a board wants to come in to one of the meetings, just let me know. And I would let the chairman know. And so this way, if they're coming, if we cancel, we can tell them we're not going to meet this month.
sure.
But we meet the third Wednesday of every month at 5:00.
Yeah. So again, if you have anything that you want to express individually, you're certainly welcome to do that. If we as the planning board wish to do that, we're certainly welcome to do that. The only catch there is that our retainer does not include the retainer agreement we have with our attorney does not include review of
No,
legislation. So Attorney Polidoro can't really get deep into anything on any of this. But
and the zoning update committee has its own planner.
right. So anyway, so just read through it. If if the planning board, if members of the planning board do wish to, say this is this is what the planning board thinks about this, then that's something that please send an email sometime in July so it could be considered sometime in August. That way, it's within the deadlines that the town board has. And like I said, if you have any individual thoughts, feelings, questions, concerns, you can certainly get them to the town board. The planning board will not be having our own public hearing on this. That's not our role in this. So anybody hearing this, you wouldn't come to the planning board with your thoughts about this proposed zoning. That should go to the town board. And as Secretary Van Millen stated, they will be having a public hearing regarding that. So, anything further to add, discuss?
I can't wait till this is over.
Yeah, but I do agree.
It's been 5 years.
I do agree with
we've been
what-
working on this.
No, and it's great. I mean, definitely needed. I think everything I've heard makes sense. I haven't read every word yet, but but I agree with member Villano. Rather than having to read through 100-something pages, it'd be good to look.
Get a red
These are
line.
the additions. These are the deletions. Whatever changes. Yeah, the red line version. So I think everyone would benefit from that. So that would be certainly my comment back to whoever. So
I did have a red line version, but that was 4 versions
Sure.
ago.
right, yeah,
Look at Val, really.
Yeah,
yeah,
Really.
it might be a little hard to go back to that.
yeah.
Chat, I mean,
Yes.
Okay, member
ChatGPT.
Member Robadier is on the committee as well, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for all your work, Member Robadier. Okay.
Look, she's shaking her head.
All right. So, any further discussion? All right. Seeing no further discussion on this. All right. Our next scheduled meeting is 2 weeks from tonight, July 20th. The deadline for that has passed. There's a public hearing scheduled for July 20th.
Duhamel.
For Duhamel. Was there anything else then that we're expecting?
Well,
Well,
Lake Ellis.
possibly,
And
likely
there
Lake
is-
Ellis Country Inn.
There's something else, but I can't remember.
Something else. Okay. And then the meeting after that is August 3rd with a deadline of July 15th. Any further business before the planning board? Okay, seeing no further business, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Seconded by
Second.
Member Palmer. All those in favor of adjourn say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.